It's getting me a thing in these videos. Coffee or beer. I'm not sure how smart that is when I'm about 4 weeks out and 13 pounds over, but next one will probably be water. What we're going to talk about tonight is a fun topic that will almost surely spark some discussion. And what I want to talk about is something I get asked about, I don't want to say often, but fairly regularly. And I'm sure that a lot of people wonder about whether or not I'm on steroids or have ever used steroids, or what the situation is. How do I do what I do? The truth is, I don't know. I've always gained naturally, so I've never had a need to. So the truth is, I never have used steroids, and I'm not using steroids now. And there's a couple of reasons for that, but none of them are philosophical. I don't have a problem with people who use steroids, even the people that I compete against. And that's because it's their decision. It's my decision to compete in an arena where they technically, really have the option to do that if they so choose, and I choose not to use that tool. The reason that I don't use steroids right now, even though they would be a huge help, is because what I'm trying to do with being an example of what you can do in spite of having Parkinson's, ALS, PD, back surgery, depression, whatever the case may be, the haters would totally be able to just cancel all of whatever I accomplished out just by saying, yeah, but use steroids. So how would that prove anything about what you can do? It would just give the haters a crutch, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the best that I can, and the truth is, I'm going to do the best that I can to do it naturally, and I'll never break a record on any performance-enhancing drug because of the purpose. It's not for me, it's to show other people what you can do in spite of any hardship or difficulty. Now, where that changes is once that's done, now my purpose for training goes back to me. And for me, it's part of my therapy. There have been numerous studies that show that regular, intense exercise is as effective or more effective than an adequate dose of Cinnamon, which is I believe it's the number one carbidopa-levodopa drug used to treat Parkinson's. And it's something that has not really worked well for me because I just can't stomach it. But what has worked, and what I proved last weekend when I couldn't train for four or 5 days straight, I couldn't train really intensely at all. It was almost as if I was unmedicated. My tremor was absolutely out of control. I felt horrible. My nervous system was completely shot and run down. And it just really proved to me just how important the training is. And I know a lot of people think he's only, he's training because he just wants to use up his body, and throw it away before it rots away. Or it's not that. I have no intention of burning out or anything like that. The two of you who thought that, you're dipshits. But I digress. The training is a huge part of my therapy, is probably the best word, against Parkinson's, because there is no cure, but we can manage the symptoms. And my symptoms are pretty well managed, minus a tremor and a limp that aren't really responsive to anything, when I'm exercising regularly. So that's why, if a lot of you guys worry about me and think that I'm too into the gym, that's why. I think it's a pretty good reason. And I'm doing the best that I can with it. And to that extent, Parkinson's makes it difficult to train and to recover from training. There are constant challenges. It's not easy. And I've been fighting this fight with weapons laying all around in human growth hormone, testosterone replacement, things that are used in medicine all the time. But I'm willing to talk to my doctor about proper responsible use of performance enhancing drugs to augment my training and to let me have a more healthy training regimen and be able to recover from it better. If I do it, it'll be completely public and open. I know that some people will instantly hear about this potential decision and be disappointed. I hope that you'll hear me out on this, because to me it's no different than people who smoke pot for relief from cancer, or take opiates, heavy amounts of basically heroin for relief from pain. The difference here is that this gives me an opportunity to stay in my fight longer, because once the record is set and I have my goals, the only purpose for me to keep training is to stay healthy and to keep my quality of life for as long as I can, forever. As far as I'm concerned, I'm never going to succumb to this. You know, I've said 7,447 days. I don't care about that. I haven't even begun to count that. It's an idea. It means I'm going to fight for 20 years. Might as well be forever. I will do whatever I have to do to win this fight. I don't care about rules. I don't care about laws. I don't care about... While I say I don't care about opinions, I do, because with what I'm trying to do, the person that I'm trying to be in this Robinson versus Parkinson's brand, if you will, people who are looking for inspiration, I want them to be able to look at me. And I hope that this doesn't... While I don't care about other people's opinions, in this case I do. And I hope that people understand the reason why. Because as far as I'm concerned, Parkinson's is trying to take my weapons away and take away my ability to recover from training, my ability to just even walk a bar out of the squat rack is going away already. And that's not me, and I'm not going to give that up without a fight. And I don't care one fucking bit about any perceived rules in that fight. The gloves are completely off, and we are rolling around in the gravel in the driveway, and we're going to get bloody, and I could care less what it takes to win. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, because the stakes are just too high in this fight. The stakes are everything. It's my life. If I do decide to do this, I hope that it helps more people than just myself, because I mean, that's why I do everything. You know, that's the one thing that this disease has given me, is a real grasp of the bigger picture and the idea that I'm not important. So I'm not doing it for selfish reasons. Honestly, I guess you could say preserving my quality of life is technically selfish. But I hope that in the process it helps everybody else. So I hope that everybody keeps an open mind and understands it's not an easy decision. I mean, I've never done any kind of drug, but like I say, I don't fight to lose or to draw. You know, if I'm going to get in a fight, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. In this fight, there could not be any bigger stakes. So, I guess on that note, if you don't understand that, then good luck. because you're going to need a hell of a lot more fight in you to make it. Good luck.